Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Phillip?
Morning.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
What's up, Sally?
What's up?
All right, before we go further to continue what we were talking about in the last cast, I just want to get Sally's reaction to Rosa Parks' episode because I want to get Sally because I didn't get Sally's reaction yet. So, Sally, what did you think of the episode?
That's basically what everybody else said. I mean, the villain wasn't all that. I mean, he basically did nothing. And the companions were just there, because they had to be, stuff like that.
Right.
Like,
what would you rate it?
I rate about 5.
Same thing like me. Okay. All right. Now let's go to Phillip.
I thought it was good. I loved it. I'm sorry to say, but I did love it. Even though the subject matter was a bit touchy, but the way they played it out, it didn't do anybody any harm, viewer-wise. It gave you information. It gave you an idea of what the whole situation was. The doctor didn't interfere too much with it, I don't think.
Yes, a lot, Phillip.
No, I
when
don't.
Graham takes the villain to fishing, he's like, "Oh, they're doing some rally on that bus. You need to get in there." It's like, "Oh shit, you're manipulating stuff."
No, but what if that did that? I mean, maybe that did actually happen. Maybe he had a day off.
No, that did not happen in history.
Well, tell him about Claudette.
Okay, here's the thing. When y'all was taught about, are y'all even taught about civil rights over there? Was that something that y'all was taught in school?
Not really. Not in regards to Rosa Parks and stuff like that. We knew a little bit about civil unrest within this sort of like black community in America, but it's not why it was never widely discussed in schools. So it's not really our history.
Okay. So, all right. So I kind of figured as much because I figured at A level.
Yeah, Claudette.
Okay, so okay, Claudette. Yeah, Claudette Colvin was a young lady that one day she was with a group of friends that walked on a bus. This happened all in Alabama. She and a group of friends entered the bus, and as the same thing as happened to Rosa Parks, she was asked to move. She refused to move. I think it went out that I think she got kicked off the bus and eventually put in jail. Right. This attracted the attention of the NAACP, the same NAACP where Rosa Parks was working. She was over rape cases and stuff, as investigating rape instances of rape and stuff like that for NAACP. She attracted attention of that because it was in the newspaper and they wanted a test case. So they chose the bus Claudette story as a test case for NAACP. So eventually they stage a arrest. And this involved Rosa Parks. Now they chose Rosa Parks instead of Claudette because by that time Claudette was pregnant, and it would have been it would have made them look bad if Claudette was again to be arrested while she was pregnant.
Also, her skin color was darker too.
Her skin color was darker. I was getting to that. Her skin color was also darker, and that didn't sit well with. It wouldn't sit well with Caucasians, and it wouldn't. They wanted to play the field. They wanted to bring in sympathizers from the Caucasian, from the whites, and they wanted to bring sympathizers from, well, the blacks already were sympathizing, but they wanted a medium base. So because Rosa was light-skinned, she would get more publicity. So this came out after Rosa is arrested and the case goes up. Claudette's case comes up to High Court. And her case was the one that overturned the rule for colored an African American could no longer sit at the back of the bus. They had equal rights. That is the true history of what y'all saw in Doctor Who. There was no interference. There was no aliens or nothing.
There's not even a mention of Claudette.
It's not even a mention of Claudette.
Okay.
Now,
Which is
y'all say
not.
that's the best thing. I mean, I'm not gonna. Maybe y'all like that because y'all don't deal with civil rights like we do in America. But to us looking in, that's kind of very offensive that if you're going to do Rosie Parks, you should tell her whole story and don't do American history and American history and popular American history. Yeah,
Footnotes. Yeah, Cliff Notes.
Because you can get it wrong, and that's what this episode did. It didn't feel as if y'all was telling the story. It would feel like y'all just went to Wikipedia and went off of that.
Which I suggest, in order to vindicate this, I suggest Chris Chibnall doing a side miniseries project where he has the same actress that plays Rosa Parks and tell the whole actual history with her playing the role and having Claudette also in there.
Mm-hmm.
And really just doing it to basically save face. But they won't do that, though.
They're not going to do it because half of the British public loved that episode. Even though us who actually know the real history and know that, that it's okay to teach people about Rosie Parks. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you're going to do it, tell it like it is. Tell the children that, because somebody's actually thinking about showing this in class.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you cannot show this in class because it is not the actual history of Rosie Parks. You didn't have people coming up to her, influencing her. Rosie was a strong woman. Everything she did on her own. And you didn't have people coming up to the bus driver trying to edge him on to do things. This happened naturally. And that's the complaint I have. None of that happened naturally. There was all influenced by a certain thing or a certain person or a certain thing that led to something. If you're going to do something on civil rights, then you have to do it honestly. You can't have some racist space alien trying to manipulate time. Because then you're going to be called out and you're going to be saying, hey, you Quantum Leap. And that's what a lot of people are saying, that this is a Quantum Leap ripoff.
Quantum Leap or
Timeless. I heard Timeless too. So, I mean, if you're going to do something like this, make it a pure historical where nobody intervenes. If they want to do the racist time, they could have did that on the side without even interacting with those people, because all of this happened naturally. And especially them trying to get the bus full, that wasn't even a thing.
They could have just kept tripping this guy up before he even interacted with her, and then they just got him in the TARDIS and made him watch it from there or something, like, and just watch it play out. But like the fact that he interacted with Rosa Parks and the Doctor and I'm surprised that with her whole group that they have, because the guy couldn't harm them. I'm surprised they didn't just grab him and bring him in the TARDIS, tie him up or whatever. I don't understand it. Like,
but I'm not gonna, Phillip, I understand you like it. I'm down with that, but, because y'all, I mean, it's wrong for me to say, hey, you wrong for liking this, because, history over there is not taught the way it's taught here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure I don't know a lot of stuff about Britain, because we not really talked about Britain over here, unless we go into like college and learn, like pick up British history and stuff like that. So I can understand that. But
I can understand from your point of view that it didn't come across as accurate as it should be. But then this isn't just Doctor Who, a TV show with a bit of fantasy thrown into it. So they're just making it light. They weren't making light of this situation, but they were making it easier for kids to sort of like enjoy without having them being bogged down by all the dark deeds of the actual history of it. So put a little fun in there, like throwing in that time agent just to make it a little bit more contentious than it actually needs to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, that it's not accurate, but it's only for the kids' sake, for them to enjoy it in a simplistic way.
Well, let me ask this question.
Yeah, that's very simplistic, to be honest. Yeah.
Let me ask this. Where's the sci-fi element in any of these episodes so far? Except for the aliens and the sonic screwdriver. Where's that sci-fi element that we've been missing?
Look, I get that. That's true. I mean, you're right. The only sci-fi element is, of course, the time traveler and his little zap gun that sends people into the past or future, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Then you got the TARDIS herself, and the Doctor herself as being an alien, sort of thing. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, for me, the impression I walked away from that episode was like it showed that Rosa Parks was somewhat of a martyr to against racism, and although it didn't sort of like stop racism, it showed that she remembered for standing up for racism, and that's a good thing, is it not? To show that she stood up for it, although she served a prison sentence or so, but she eventually gets commendated for it, for her work towards it. It's not like she did wrong, or she didn't solve it. She didn't do anything for it.
I mean, I think the problem here is that Chibnall says that we are going to show the world. Like, he made bold statements about Doctor Who. He made bold statements that it's an educational show for children. Yeah. He made bold statements that they're going to be the
he watered it down to be safe for kids.
But he kept having this ego. I'm going to show the world how it's supposed to be done, how this is supposed to be done. We're going to educate our kids. But you're educating the kids wrong with the wrong history. And that's the problem. I mean, the first episode went this episode's supposed to be educational, but went wrong. And I really feel that they're not clicking with Jodie Whittaker because she really was not in control here. Like, she didn't know what to do in the beginning, that Rosa Parks had to save her ass. They're only working together with her as a group because they want to go home. Like, that's the whole point. It's like they're not a team. They're not a group. I mean, they act friendly to each other. Sure, Doc, we believe in you because we're trapped on a freaking desert planet. You're the best. You're the greatest thing ever. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm motivated. I found my TARDIS. Let's go home. Okay, thank you. The moment they go home, we saw a clip in the next episode. They're like, all right, peace out, But we're done, So it's like, I think there's some problems here. Like, they're not getting Jodie right.
Because that's what happened last time.
Yeah.
Is it cutting in and out with y'all? Because mine's just cutting in and out. Like,
no, it was, but now he's just like this.
Oh no! Come back to us,
Joe. Come to the light. Come to the light.
This ain't Google.
This ain't Google. Yeah.
It's been quite regular with him lately that his whole thing goes basically with. I know, I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Jodie seems to be, I don't know. I still say she's still whipped behind her ears with her character. She's still trying to find her. But then again, it's the writers that are writing it. So why?
Yeah,
I don't think they're getting her right.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing. This is going to be our last cast tonight. But yeah, I don't think they're getting her right at all. They're not.
It's because, like I said on my other podcast about it, when Krassos grabbed her by the neck, sort of thing. I said to myself, why don't you immediately use a Vinicius Aikido just to sling him over her back?
Yes.
There you go.
That's what we thought. Yeah.
Because the writer didn't know she could do that. That's the problem. Writer's room, they didn't explain
that. They film these things and
they must have known she could do that because they would have been in the writer's room to hash out episode 1.
But see,
she didn't know she could do that.
But see, here's the thing: this is a true writer's room because this could have been just him having a group of names. They don't meet at all, and he just works with them individually.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking this is. I don't think it's a true writer's room because if it was a true writer's room, then you would be more consistent.
They're
Yeah.
probably doing this.
Yeah.
They're probably doing one of these like go to meetings.com type of things,
Yeah.
sitting at their own areas, and they go, okay, you got your idea, and they're
Because I
someone.
honestly don't think this is a true writer's room. Because it seems like if there was a snag, there should have been somebody there to like say, hey, this is what the doctor does. But then people are saying, and what I'm feeling is that they are trying to do away with the last 52 years. So even though she has the Venetian Aikido, then it might not be used at all. Like it was used once because she knew how to do it. But
Yeah.
it's like that's because that writer knew that she knew how to do that. Then you switch to these other writers, like they coming from different backgrounds. Like this last one who did Rosa, she's not a sci-fi writer that me and Joe was talking about, and Sally, and we was talking about this, that she's not. You have people from different styles of writing coming in trying to do a sci-fi show, and a sci-fi show is just another beast. You have to know different things. It's a specialized genre. You can't have somebody who's been doing nonfiction romance novels and coming in and expecting them to do sci-fi. That's not how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're a good writer in their field don't mean that they can necessarily write for sci-fi. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing these new writers come up, and some of them just can't do sci-fi. And that's
They don't
what we
know
saw.
what she's about. They don't know what she could do. They just got the name Graham and Ryan and Jasmine.
Yeah.
They really don't know anything about like them. So it's easy to just have a dialogue for them to talk to each other. But Chibnall's there to write the part for the doctor and everything. But this is not a writer's room like we think it is. It's not. It's not going well.
It's something different than the writer's room. And another thing is that you should have some kind of sheet saying what the doctor's characteristics are. Like he has a deep down ingrained characteristic about himself. We know that she's supposed to be smart. We know that she's supposed to be strong. We know she's supposed to be authoritative. You know she's supposed to be cocky. You know she's supposed to be a smart ass because she knows a lot of things. We know she's Gallifreyan. We know that she can do amazing stuff. You know she can build. She's an innovator. This is something that's already written into her DNA. This is something that you cannot take away from her because we done seen it over and over again. These are traits that each writer should know automatically that she has.
But that's basically saying about when Capaldi was asking at the beginning, am I a good man? And we have to find out the whole season whether he was a good man or not. So this is
exactly.
This is basically the same thing with Jodie. Is she, what kind of doctor is she? She's learning what kind of doctor she is. We're still early doors with her as well. So
let me ask you a question, Philip.
Okay.
Could they not getting her right as the doctor because there's too many people to write for, that there's too many companions in there? That we saw there was a little, one of the companions, I think it was Yasmin Khan. What's her name? What's her name?
Mandy Gill.
Mandy Gill, I think.
She said something that hinted towards the effect of them losing companions. Like, in other words, we may have, by the end of the season, another companion gone. Now you're going to be down to 2. But my thing is not to distract from that.
That's why I'm thinking it's Graham.
My thinking, I think not to distract from that, but is it that the writers are so focused on the companions that they're not getting the doctor right?
That is a possibility because you've got to have everyone have a piece of the action in one story.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance that out. And it is kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It is giving Jodie less of a presence by having companions.
That it needs to be about her alone. And then the companions is secondary.
She's becoming a secondary character. That's what basically is happening with
going back to the whole Clara thing.
Listen, if you're going to be a true showrunner out of the shadow of Moffat and Russell Davis, you can't go by Russell T. Davis and Moffat's thing, because Moffat's thing kind of influenced Russell T. Davis that the companion was main one because he wrote for Russell T Davies. So, like Chibnall just taking that on, repeating that's not going to work. The Doctor has to be the main character.
Remember, even still, after this episode, we're going along the backgrounds of the companions. So the next story, I think it's the next one, is
Yasmin Khan.
It's all about Yasmin and her family.
Yes.
So, along with the spiders. So we're delving into her history now and her character. And then one after that, we're going even further into her family's history.
It's her again, right? The fifth one is Yasmin also.
With the demons of Punjab, that would be about her family history.
And then what's 6 about?
I have no idea. I don't know what.
Graham. It's probably Graham.
Graham probably gonna be the last one.
Well, no, the 6th episode. We got the 6th episode. I don't know. I have to ask Connor. I forgot what it was.
There's one called I can't say that word. The Surrender Conundrum.
Yeah, that's the 6th. What's that about?
I had no idea what that was about.
Okay.
That's probably the pregnant man one. I hope, but
so that's probably none of them then.
Yeah.
Probably all our gripes about that probably had that little idea canceled.
As I said,
what did you rate the Rose episode, Phillip? What did you think about it?
I gave it. Do you know what? I'm ashamed to say I gave it a 10 because I enjoyed it.
That's all right.
Oh,
you can give it what you want.
You know what? It worked for me on a certain level, and then it had that kind of like coda. I mean, with that popular music at the end of it, I kind of made it even more worthwhile for me because it gave me a bit of a feels to it.
Right. If it made you feel emotionally great like that, that's great. Then it's a 10. But if it's to me, a 10 is something you can watch over and over and over and over and over.
I watched it 4 times already.
Okay, then that's your 10.
It might, but you know what? Honestly, it might work for y'all over there in Britain because y'all don't know the whole history behind it.
Exactly.
Like,
if you liked it, that's great. You know what? As long as people like an episode, that's great. You know,
it's one of the best ones so far. I mean, it outshines the last 2.
Well, you weren't crazy about Ghost Monument either, were you?
No, Ghost Monument was a bit nah.
What did you rate that? I forgot.
I gave that a 7, I think.
Yeah.
I gave that one a 7.
6.5, yeah.
I think like in the purest sense of that. I think the reason why I'm rating it low is because I know the history and I know I can't see it through the eyes of someone who is not quite, no offense to y'all over there, but
I understand that.
Your rating is still more kind than mine. I gave it a 5. I didn't get it.
But I can't rate it as highly as you did because you're not closely connected to the civil rights movement, and you don't have you've seen it through the eyes of entertainment, general knowledge, stuff like that. So I can see why everybody is liking this episode because it's general knowledge basically to y'all, but to us it's something different.
See, we'll look at the other episode as a period piece a lot better. Yeah. The Witchfinders, because it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with us. So we'll be like, all right, we might love it and you guys might hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Be like, that's not accurate.
What the hell what did you want?
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. I think that's really the problem. Have people that actually, dealing with it still today over here, stateside. So, I mean, I could see it. I mean, at least her name is, known over there now. Like people who didn't know about her now know about her and then maybe that would lead to some people actually looking up her story, and maybe even find out about Claudette's story and see how everything intertwined.
Because even after watching that, I went back and looked up about that. She mentioned somebody in the episode. She mentioned that what happened to someone in the episode earlier on. Some boy that was attacked and killed.
Emmett Till.
Yeah, so I went
Emmett. She does mention Emmett.
So I looked at history, and I've seen the photos of what they did.
They did horrible stuff to him.
I was horrified by what I saw.
Yeah. So. Because that was the case that inspired Rosa to join the NAACP, was the Emmett Till case.
So there you go. So it's doing something right. It's giving me a bit of history. Also, let me look up some things as well.
Yeah.
That's related to it. So yeah, it worked on that level.
So there you go. It does serve the purpose, even though it's very for y'all. So I'm glad
Yeah.
that it helps. You know.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
And that's why, I mean, I've always like in Doctor historical stories more than sci-fi stuff because
Yeah.
it makes me learn something. So
Yeah.
I never heard of Rosa Parks' story before until
Yeah.
this thing. It's
Yeah.
never been spoken. If I did it briefly, but not in
Yeah.
depth as that. So, and I think my mum would have loved this episode. I reckon she would have loved it because.
Hello? All right. Hello? Losing connection, I think, guys. You guys here? Hello? All right, guys. I guess that's it. Take care. Bye for now.